Today's Grayson's 2-year-old checkup, and I'm so excited to see how much he's grown. Grayson's knocked out and he's not gonna be happy about me waking him up right now, but it's his time to go in. It took a whole team to wrestle Gray down, but we finally got his height is 39 inches, he weighs 34 pounds, and his head circumference is 20. He's still a big boy, that hasn't changed. That went pretty well. It's always a pleasure seeing Grayson's doctor. If you guys don't know and you're new to our channel, Grayson's doctor has always told us that he's above the 100th percentile of big babies in weight and height, and today was no different. He was just born big and he just stood there. Like, look, I have his chart right here. He's 39 inches tall, and if you could see the last line up there, he passes that. That was his height, and then he's 38 pounds and he also passes the last line there too. But thank God he's healthy and he's exactly where he needs to be for his age. The doctor told us that if he were to stay that big after 18 months, then he was definitely gonna be over 6 feet when he gets older. So for sure we have a football player on our hands, guys. If you have an appointment for your 2-year-old coming up, here's a few things that you should be expecting. They're gonna give him or her a hearing test. They said that that's a new thing that they do now. They wanna give every child that's 2-year-old a little hearing test. And as for the doctor, he pretty much just wants to know, does your child interact with you? Do they ask you for what they need, or do they point to what they need? But the main thing is speech. They want to know if your child is saying at least 18 to 20 words at this point. And last but not least, they're going to give you a survey which goes a little more into depth about those things, what your child can and can't do at this point. Like, we took a picture of it right here. It says, does your child take an interest in other children? Does your child enjoy being on a swing, bounced, or on your knee? Does your child like climbing things? Those are just some of the questions. There's like 20 of them, but that's pretty much it. Oh, and as for vaccines, your child should be done with taking them for now, but they're gonna offer you a hepatitis A shot, which as per the doctor is not mandatory unless you're going overseas, and you're supposed to do that a month before you leave. So I hope you guys found that helpful.
Day and night, he's trying to earn, he invests in his grind. These Brooklyn streets is like an open flame. Gotta dodge the heat or he'll be locked away. He's cooking shit, packing the bags, how he attract the fiend.
Oh my God, I used to drink these in prison all the time. Guava was my favorite. I gotta get these. Can't come to the supermarket and not get my little Mexican candy. Come on now, don't leave me here by myself, man. I'll get all that shit. Kim is gonna make something delicious, I just know it. Anyway, I gotta make one more stop at BJ's to pick up the rest of the stuff, because yes, this is not everything. Okay, we done here. Kim is at home right now. She's with the baby. She's taking care of things at the house. I gotta make one more stop at BJ's because you know Kim, when she makes a list, it's all over the place. I can't come around this neighborhood and not pick up some Rose's Pizza. Let me get 4 Caesar slices, hot with extra sauce. Perfect parking right in the front. Okay, this BJ's list doesn't look too bad. This should be quick.
I got the thick ones, I got the thin ones, all barbecue ready, my friend. All ready for you.
Yeah, it's over for this battery. Just in case you were wondering what I was shooting with, is this camera. I forgot the extra battery, so I'm gonna record my phone now.
Well, card scan. 1, 49, 2, 59, 7, 99, 10, 99.
Later. So I'm here chilling. I got my camera set up. I got this one. I have this camera up here. And I'm ready to film dinner, but I'm going crazy because I see all these fruit flies in my kitchen. It's driving me nuts. One of my biggest pet peeves is fruit flies, and Jesus ended up breaking a banana off of this batch right here and left a piece on it. So now they're everywhere. And so I had to make this little concoction. Basically, it's apple cider vinegar. It's regular vinegar with a few drops of dish soap. You put it in a cup, you leave it out overnight, and in the morning, they'll be gone. It worked for me last year when I did it, but for some reason, there's a couple of them that are still lingering around and it's driving me insane. So if you see them, like that one right there that just keeps flying towards the light, don't mind them. But anyways, Jesus got home finally. I cut up my potatoes. I got everything set up for dinner, and I'm really surprised that he actually got everything on the list that I wanted, because usually I do the food shopping, and so I was a little worried that he was gonna miss some of the things that I had on the list. But he got everything except for the eggs. So I guess 99% out of 100 is not bad. I made my special sofrito. I love to smell it. It smells amazing. If you guys want to know how I make my sofrito, you could just check out this video up here. I give you all the details. A while back, I told you guys that we were only eating chicken. We had cut off everything else. But, you know, we've been eating that for a while and we want to switch things up. And I'm Puerto Rican. You know us Puerto Ricans love us some chuletas. So I just have to make that tonight because Jesus loves him some Puerto Rican food. And every time I make it for him, he goes berserk. So that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to go ahead and make some Puerto Rican style chuletas. So I'm all for eating healthy. We've been eating healthy a lot lately, and even plant-based foods, and I'm fine with that. But every now and then you gotta go back to your roots and eat what you love, eat what you grew up eating, and this is one of those things. So what makes it Puerto Rican pork chops is that the seasoning is Puerto Rican stuff. It's sofrito, it's Goya, it's the adobo and sazon from Goya, and I just love it so much, and we haven't had them in so long, so that's why I'm excited about it. I know we're gonna tear these up. Jesus loves the way I make pork chops, and these are pretty thick. I mean, look at that. They're not the little thin ones, so I think I'm gonna cook them over the stove and then throw them in the oven because they're super chunky.
It is repetition which makes for perfection.
There's something about seasoning meat that I just love. I know it's weird, but I love it. And then afterwards, what I'm gonna do is stab it up so it could get all that flavor in there. And then let these babies marinate and start on my mashed potatoes, because other than rice and beans, which is the typical way that we would eat it, I love mashed potatoes with it. And not just regular mashed potatoes, garlic mashed potatoes. I remember the first time I made pork chops for Jesus, he was eating them so slow, and in my head, I'm like, okay, maybe he doesn't like it. So I asked him, I'm like, is it good? Do you like them? He's like, yeah, no, I love it. I'm trying to preserve every bite. And I found that weird because he eats faster than I do all the time. So ever since then, he's just been such a fanatic of it. But obviously, we can't eat them every day. It's just something that you eat when you want to treat yourself, when you have a nice craving for them, like we do right now. I got my potatoes here nice and cut. I got 2 pounds of them, so it's 4 big ones. I'm about to put them to boil, and then we could do the rest once they're nice and cooked.
Tell this to everybody wherever they are. Tell this to everybody wherever they are.
How delicious does dinner look tonight, guys? Let me know if you guys want an in-depth tutorial. I could definitely do that for you. I was just kind of getting things done quickly today, but I'm about to enjoy this right now. I know Jesus is too, and y'all already know. We'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.
Psycho! Psycho!